I think I'm just gonna, I gotta start with the breaking news. I just came from San Francisco. It is unbelievable what's going on now, out there right now. And we're hearing so much in the last 9 months to a year here about AI. And I will just want to drive home to you to kind of start with the kind of obvious here. There's a lot of the big picture stuff I'm going to talk to you about the next 25 years. This last year is showing how urgently and how fast this is actually changing. And that is, in fact, that we are going through a fundamental step change in human capability through AI. I use the word age here very deliberately, meaning an age is essentially when humans get a kind of a new capacity, a new technology that essentially gives them superpowers that they never had before. So we say with the Bronze Age, you know, once you get to the Bronze Age, you don't go back to sticks and stones, you stick with metals and go forward. We're in one of those situations now with the AI age. We are now entering a period of the humans will work with intelligent machines. And that is going to happen now for centuries. And we couldn't do machines were dumb up until just recently, and now they're intelligent, and we're going to live with them for the next few centuries going on, forever, basically. And that's a very big deal. Why now? It's actually, it's interesting, as you've heard a lot about this generative AI. Generative AI is just, think of it as the interface, essentially, to AI. AI has been developed through governments and big companies, and Google search, for example, for 20 years, we've understood, wow, what AI could do to give you, search the entire internet in a second, get an answer back, something humans couldn't do. But this is a different animal. This is essentially giving it, letting the data speak to anyone and let you talk directly to the AI in ways that before you had to have legions of coders and very highly paid data scientists, and you had to focus on a particular one thing that you could do with your AI. Now it's a generic, general purpose almost technology, and I'll get to that in a second, that essentially allows everyone in this room to actually start to interact with everybody in your company, everybody outside, and everybody in the world, which is what's kind of led to this explosion of innovation that's happening. And again, where is it happening? In San Francisco. You know, it's always kind of fun. I've been in San Francisco for 30 years now, from the early days of the digital revolution. And San Francisco is a boom-bust town. And when the last thing is kind of crested and is kind of going down, a lot of the East Coast journalists and the kind of financial types and everything, they kind of leave the city and they say, oh, it's all over. It's all, San Francisco's done. Oh, everyone's leaving, all this stuff. And that's exactly when the whole next new thing happens. And that's totally true with this AI thing. The last 5 years have been unbelievably interesting time in San Francisco. And it's only in the last year with the OpenAI, which is a startup that kind of broke open what was everyone else had been developing behind closed doors, that essentially everyone realized, oh my God. And so we've got another gold rush going, folks. I mean, I'm telling you, kids are quitting MIT and moving. We got people from all over the world coming for these hackathons. They're overstaying their visas. There's houses there with a dozen kids sleeping on couches. It's just kind of every night, parties and meetings and meetups and everything. It is an amazing, and money just flowing through the place again. So again, we're back in another kind of a boom stage here, which I'll tell a little bit more about that later.